all. I am driving. I tried to wait a bit, but I wanted to start. I didn't want to start too late. I think it's like 7:10. But I wanted to start. I hope you guys are doing all right. Ooh, I'm not gonna take that. I am getting back from my impromptu beach trip today. Just woke up today and decided that I wanted to go to the beach. So I went to Wrightsville Beach, which is about 2.5 hours from my house. And then I went to visit a family member for a couple hours. And now I'm finally heading back home. But I needed that beach trip. And if anybody knows me, like, I do love the water. I love the ocean. I just don't necessarily like being in it. But I did like take my shoes off and my socks off. And it was a fairly warm day today. It was like, it's 70 now and it's almost 7 o'clock. So I'm going to say it was like maybe 70, 72-ish when I was there and the sun was out. So it was nice, but the water was still ice cold. So I didn't stay in long, and I really needed that. So I haven't had time to pull any cards. So I've been on the road all day. So I've kind of been just meditating and whatnot. And the biggest message that I've been getting today is just be you and be intentional. I know sometimes I feel like I keep saying these messages over and over, but I feel like sometimes we as people get caught up in trying to be like other people, whether either consciously or subconsciously. You know, just look at a lot of models or celebrities. They all kind of wear their hair the same way. I watch a lot of not as much anymore. Honestly, I spend more time watching YouTube and than watching actual TV. But I'm still I still watch a lot of TV shows, but less reality TV shows, unless they're like informational or something like that. But I always thought this was kind of funny that a lot of the YouTube stars or a lot of the reality TV stars, they just all look the same. I mean, I can tell them apart because I know who they are, and but like the designers that they talk about, the clothes, the hairstyles, that center part hair with the waviness, like it's almost like they're carbon copies, even if they're really not even trying to be. It's just like there's a look. Everybody knows in celebrity, there's a look. There's a look if you're dark skinned, there's a look if you're light skinned, there's a look if you're white, there's a look if you're a person of color, a man. Like there's this look, and if anybody's outside of the look, it kind of throws off the balance of things. So I just want to say, don't feed into that. I think the biggest thing that you can do for anyone, including yourself and the world, is be yourself. Because whoever there is, I believe in God, so God made one you, and He made one you for you to do so many great things on this earth. Why even spend 1 ounce of time trying to be somebody else? That's doing a disservice to yourself and to others. And the second part is be intentional. I know that we spend a lot of time kind of mindlessly doing things, whether out of habit or mainly out of habit, like how I'm driving right now. I have been on this road so many times. I'm 29. I've traveled on this highway. I would say this is like muscle memory. road. I know all the exits and this, and the third. But there's new cars on this road. So if I'm not being intentional, then I can, cause a wreck. But sometimes when there's less cars, I am being a little mindless, like autopilot, because I know this highway. But I think it's so important to be intentional no matter what you're doing. Even the small things, waking up in the morning, having a morning routine, being intentional allows everything that you do have a purpose and have more of an impact because you put thought and consideration into said actions. So that is the biggest thing that I can kind of open this up with. I didn't introduce myself. But yeah, just be intentional. Wait, I have it. 440. I think that I passed my exit. Maybe I don't know this highway that well. No, I think I'm alright. I'll find out once I pass these next couple of exits. Lord have mercy. I normally take one exit, and I decided today I'm not going to take that exit. I'm going to take a different exit. And now I'm like, these are carry exits. I think I'll be fine. Anyways, what was I saying? Be intentional. So I'll be home in I thought I'd be home by now. About 10 minutes or so, and then I'll shuffle the cards and give you the messages. But what was I saying? Be intentional. It's so important to be intentional. I think I finished that thought. Be you, be intentional. I guess I can talk about my beach trip today. So, this is another thing that popped up. Worrying. I don't know about you guys, but I am a class, if you want class A, B, and C worry, I'm a class A warrior. Okay, I'm on the right way. I used to be way worse. I can say that I've gotten a lot better at not worrying, but I noticed that it's like, I think you should be concerned about things. I'm not worrying about things that are like frivolous, so to say. To me, it's like money and being able to pay my bills and, important things to myself. But in the grand scheme of things, if I've made a decision about how this thing is going to go, then I need to let it go. I shouldn't worry about it because that's sending negative vibes into the universe, and it's it's disrupting the high frequency that I want to stay on. So today, really this past month or so, like I told you guys, it's my whole life has been in a whirlwind, so to speak. And I've been trying to find my center again, and I noticed myself worrying a whole bunch more, and I know it's bad. I listen to Abraham Hicks, if you guys listen to her or them. This is a Esther Hicks, and Abraham is the name of the spirits that speak through her. But they talk about staying on a high flying disc and making sure that high flying disc is unnecessary. It's okay to experience those feelings. If you want to be sad, be sad. If you want to be upset, but don't stay there. You know what I mean? Try to focus on some things that actually make you happy. So that was what I did when I went to the beach. I know that I've had a lot of good memories at the beach, and it's beautiful, and I haven't seen the beach in a while. I moved to New Orleans. There is no beach, just a lake. And I lived in Florida for 2 years, and I loved going to the beach. Cocoa Beach was an hour away from Orlando, so it was I would have got there way sooner than I got to this beach I'm in today. But anytime I felt like I was being wow, that person is going like 1,000 miles per hour. That's ridiculous. This is my exit. When you look at that ocean and you think about the problems that you have, you realize that your problems compared to the ocean are so small. And that's what I needed, because a lot of times when we're going through stuff, our problems seem massive to us because it's affecting us in real time. But when I looked at the ocean, I was just like, this is amazing. This is so beautiful. You know, you kind of look at the waves coming in. You look at how massive, like you can't see an end in sight. And it was just like, all this worry that I'm doing are so small when I sit in front of this ocean and I'm just looking and I see water from as far as I can see. I realize that my worrying, in the grand scheme of things, not necessarily the ocean itself, but thinking about all the stuff that's going on in the world, and people that are like, woke up this morning and feared for their lives, or woke up this morning and didn't know where they were going to eat, woke up this morning and had to hear living in a toxic environment. Just so many other things that are, I would say, worthy of more, or worrying more than what I per se am going through. And I went to the ocean and I left my worries there. Everything that I've been worrying about, I decided when I went to that ocean, I was like, I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna do this, because worrying, honestly, isn't a solution. Worrying about something is just like contemplating the problem over and over. That's not a solution. If anything, even if you have a solution, even worrying about the solution, whether it's going through or is it going to be successful, it's not making the solution any better. It's like I said, it's still part of the problem. And I'm I care more about the solutions, but I spend more time worrying. But the sun is setting. Anyways, wherever I was going with that, basically I'm just saying, worry less. I truly believe that we create our own realities, and what we choose to focus on is what we see more of. So if I worry more about bills, or I worry more about the state of my relationship, and I worry more about my business, and I worry more about me moving back to New Orleans, all of those things, I'm going to continue to see or prevent the solutions from popping up. Because if I'm holding all the space for the problem itself, I don't have any clear mind space for the solutions to come in. I know it sounds crazy, but it's like how can you expect to receive anything if you hold on to it? And in my mind, worrying is just like having a closed fist. Nothing can get in there. You can't put any money in there, no solution, nothing. Open your hand. When you release your worrying, it's almost like opening your hand. And also, I had to think that I've been through way worse stuff in my life, and I made it through, and I was worrying. So I'm like, let me try not to worry and see how much smoother it will go through. Because I think that's just having a more positive mentality is better than worrying. So those are my 3 things. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but I'm driving. I'm just thinking about the stuff I was talking about, and thinking about the things, talking about the things I've been thinking about on my long drive. It was 2.5 hours there. I stayed there about 2 hours. Then I went to my family's house for about 2.5 hours, and now it took me another 30 minutes to get home. So I've been on the road all day, essentially. So a lot of thinking, which is why I like driving. But yeah, I was kind of concerned. I was like, oh, I was trying to leave, and my family was like, oh, it doesn't get dark till 7:30, and I was like, oh, I really have my podcast I want to do, and this is one of the things I'm setting for myself, is making sure that I'm doing this podcast on the time that I said. It might be a little bit late, like today, 7:10, but I feel like if I can do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, unless, you know, family emergency pop up or something like that, then that's me putting in the work. That's me getting out the message, because I know that I have been put on this earth to give a message. And so by me doing my part, this is simple. All right, I'm almost home. It's a nice car. I forget what you call them. But anyways, but yeah, those are the biggest things. Be you. You don't. There's already somebody. Whoever you're trying to be, they already be you. Be intentional and stop worrying. I know that sounds. It probably sounds a little redundant, but I know so many people that worry, and worrying also also can be Don't hit me. You didn't see me. Complaining as well. Like worrying, for me, I feel like that's a more internal thing, but complaining is a more external thing. But they're both taking up the same type of frequency. They're low frequency thoughts and ideas. Where are my parents? I don't know where they at. Alrighty. I'm terrible at backing into this pot. Absolutely horrible. I've been here for 3 weeks and I still can't get it together. I don't know why. I mean, it's a straight line. I guess I'm not used to backing in. Alright. I really don't want this to be that long. Let me get these cards. They probably have a little sand. No, they don't. I thought they would have some sand in them. Alright, people. Let's see, I'm going to keep it short. I'm not going to try to be on here more than like 30 minutes. Because I'm talking to myself, so. And then, I don't like super long videos. Some people don't want to listen to long videos. Woo! And the message sometimes comes real clear. Oh, that's too many cards. Alright, Spirit. Did I shuffle 4 times? I don't think I did. Let's do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what we have. I'll watch one of these cards contribute to whatever I was just saying. It just works out. First card is Fortitude. We're going to go back. We're going. Second card is Time. And I don't know if I've said it. My name is Natalie Lorraine. This is my channel, Nia Shay. I know this is on the middle of it. But I am, I don't know, the healer. That's my favorite title. I'm a healer. I'm an empath. I'm a psychic. I would say clairvoyant. I think medium means like speak to the dead. I don't know. I mean, I technically speak to my ancestors, but I haven't. Third card is Stretch. We're gonna do a fourth card. Whoa, that popped out real. Did you see that? That flew out. shift. These cards have been coming out. I feel like we have that new moon coming in Aries, and I'm gonna put these up here. That moon is no joke. I think that's what prompted this trip to the beach today. It's like Aries is very action based. It's like forcing you, pushing you into action. And my friend, that's what we're gonna have for this spring. And I count this month as starting the new year. Well, spring starts the new year for me. I'm gonna start counting my years from spring to spring, because that January 1st, I don't know about you, but I'm not in my best I don't know, when it's January 1st, it just don't feel like a new year. So I feel like spring is when I feel like, all right, I'm starting something new. So from now on, I'm gonna start my new year from spring. All right, so the first card was Fortitude. And normally this card is about, I normally get like being closed off. But this one I'm seeing for the literal interpretation. Seeing things through. I feel like a lot of us are coming out. The winter time was a time of, excuse me. There they are. A time of, I can't think of my words. There she is. Sorry, I got distracted. A time of sitting down. A time of, I can't find the words I'm looking for. Come to me, Spirit. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Not sitting down. Analyzing. A time of analyzing and of also challenges. Reorganizing how we do things. This card now is the start of spring, is showing us how we push through. How we push through this particular time or challenge. Having the fortitude, meaning seeing a vision through. Time. This tells me that this is more like, this is the time. So like I was saying in my other videos, this is the time to reset your intentions for things that you have already started, or a time to set new intentions. The new moon, the new year, this is the time to get up and really reclaim your life. I think that's the best way to say it. There's no better. Okay, good. I'm back. So this is the time to start something fresh, or to renew your interest in something that you've already started. This is the time. Last card. Well, no, not the last card. Stretch. This means step outside of your boundaries. Step out of the stuff that you normally do. And I feel like this is a repeating message, but hey, I don't choose the message. I just use the words. And this is something that I am being told to say. And the last card is shift. If you're going through, if you feel like that you have not been being the most positive person, and you've been spending a lot of time worrying, then this is the time to shift your thoughts. Fortitude, time, stretch, and shift. This is all a part of transformation. This is all of what spring is about. This is all about what this new moon in Aries is about. And we have that Libra moon on the 19th. This is all about action. All of these cards together. They're all about action. They're all about taking action and going after the things that you want. So this ties into the message I was talking about. That's also being intentional. So if you want to start that business, start it. Be intentional. Sit down, write out your business plan. Reach out to people who have a business that you're thinking about starting. If you to Maybe you've kind of given up on dating to a certain extent and you want to attract a new partner. You have to be intentional. So this means making room for that partner, going places where you think you will meet like-minded people. If you decide that you want to be a goal to be more social this year, that you want to meet more people and have more friends. I know as you get older, I'm almost 30, I turn 29 in a couple months, and I had noticed that as the older as I get, it's harder to meet friends. So in order to meet people, you have to not just go to work, go home, eat dinner, watch some TV, and go to sleep. I hate to break it to you, your next partner is not going to knock on your door, and your next friend is not going to knock on your door unless it's like Postmates or something, and you chat it up and y'all end up being friends. But that is unlikely for you to meet all of your friends that way. You might meet one friend. So that means getting up, joining meetups, joining Facebook events that they have, the different restaurants when they have trivia nights and karaoke nights. This is just in general. Be intentional. If you set a goal, make sure the things that you're doing in your daily life add up to that. And I think one way for you to analyze and whether you're on the right path is when you're about to do something, ask yourself, is this going to help me towards my goal? So if you're like, I want to meet a man, and on Friday night you sitting up in your Snuggie or your favorite, blanket by the TV, and you watching, I don't know, Netflix, you think to yourself, is this going to help me meet new people? Probably not. Then you need to shift. Same thing with your business. If you are up at 10 o'clock p.m. and you are chatting it up with your friends on the phone, which is nothing wrong with that, but if you can think to yourself, is this helping me? Is this helping me with my is this helping me reach my goal? And you say no, then you know that you need to shift. Now, I'm not saying give up on talking to your friends, but that means that maybe you set a different amount of time for you talking to your friends or watching TV or whatever. Be intentional, be you, and by being intentional of that, you are being you. You're being genuine. That's very important in this world. Being genuine. That's all we have. It's really being authentically ourselves. And if everybody was more authentically themselves, we wouldn't be in a lot of mess that we're in right now with all this hostility, all of this rage, all of this just superficial stuff that's going on. It's because people are not tapping into their inner being and tapping into their true selves. So that's what I have for you today. I'm sorry the message wasn't longer. I'm trying to keep these videos under 30 minutes until I start having people on my lives. Then they can get longer. Why are these people adding me on Facebook? I don't know what's going on. But that's all I have for you. I thank you so much for watching my channel. I will see you guys on Friday. And hopefully I'll have some people on here so I can give out some free readings, because that's what I'll start doing. They'll be pretty general until people start showing up, and then I'll create some rules of how we can conduct our meetings from there. But this is just the beginning, and I'm gonna make sure I have the messages no matter what. So thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of your night.